Hello everyone, thank you. Thanks for connecting. This is Niladri once again from Agile Digest. Today we will talk about very common terms, self-organizations and self-motivations. And you might have heard about this term many times if you are a leader, if you are a scrum master. When we are trying to build a team, we always try to build a team self-organization and they should be self-motivated. What are the key difference between that is what we will be talking about. So the first aspect we will be talking about, that's called focus. So when we talk about focus, that's an external factor. Self organizations, it's all talks about structure and process. It's about independently managing tasks, schedules, and resources to achieve a specific goal, and it involves creating order and efficiency within yourself or a system, where the self motivation is primarily which drive the energy. So it's a internal desire system and determinations to take actions and preserve towards a specific goal. It fuels your willpower and keeps you going even when faced with your challenges. Then we'll talk about something called source of power. So it have two sources. When we talk about self organizations, this is external factors, and when the self motivation is a internal means each persons have some motivations within them. So your external factors that can sometimes play the critical role, like having a deadline or accountability partner. But ultimately, it's about using your own reasoning and planning and skills to establish a structure and system. Where the motivation, which is an internal source, like your passions, interest, and personal values that drive your motivations. While external factors can provide temporary boost or intrinsic motivation, which is more sustainable and leads to a deeper satisfaction. And the third factor we'll talk about outcomes, self organization that result in increased efficiency or productivity and goal achievement. It allows you to manage complex tasks and adapt to change situations effectively, where the self motivations that leads to increased effort. Why I will be putting more effort, why I will be focusing, or the resilience. So motivation helps you overcome obstacles and persist through challenges, ultimately leading to your success. Though self organizations and self motivations are two different things, but they are very much interrelated with each other. So self organizations and self motivations can be very much connected and works hands to hand with together and mutually reinforce. Self motivations fuels your drive to organize and plan, where self organization creates structure that keeps you focused and motivated. However, you can also have one without the other. You can be organized without strong intrinsic motivation, or you can be passionate about a goal without a very well defined plan or well defined structured team. Both your self organization and self motivations are key qualities for achieving goals, but they differ in some important aspect. When we was talking about focus, self organizations, structure and focus, it's about independently managing tasks or schedules or resources to achieve that goal. It involves creating order and efficiency within your system. Self motivation, where it was driving the energy. So in summary, when we talked about self organization, is about how you can achieve the goal, while self motivation is about why. So self organization is more external and process oriented, where self motivation is more internal and driven by personal values. Both are essential for success, and they work best together to create a powerful combinations of goal achievement. I'll summarize these discussions over here by giving one example. Let's see, there is an agile development team at a fast growing startup to task with building a new mobile app. And the deadline is tight and the project is complex, involving integration with multiple APIs and external systems. Now, if I talk about self-organizations, we may have to build some team. The team formation is important. Instead of waiting for management to assign roles, if we are organized better, the team member try to self-organize based on their strength and interest. They identify who will take on the roles or who will actually be working on the particular actions. Developer, UI or designer, UI or UX designer, your quality QA testers, or any DevOps engineers. They need to also manage their team. So there is a point called task management. The team they utilize, maybe they, in this particular example we'll take, they can use a Kanban board or a Scrum board, whatever they are using, to visualize the workflow and track progress. So they break down the project into smaller manageable tasks and assign ownerships with each team member. They may conduct regular stand-ups or keep everyone informed and ensure a smooth collaboration. Now, learning and growth. Recognize the need for additional skills. And the team, they self-organize their knowledge. They shared sessions. Sometimes experienced developers volunteer to measure training or some kind of discussion point where the junior colleagues will be participating and learning. And everyone take turns presenting on a new technology or framework relevant to this project. So these type of activity, whether we are forming team, we are following a process, we are following their ceremonies, timing, working something, those are self-organizing. Now, when we talk about self-motivations, why? So why I'll be doing that? Shared vision and ownership. So the team is not just following orders, they are passionately invested in the project's success. They have participated in defining the app's purpose and what is their roadmap. They should be motivated if they see, okay, this is the roadmap, this is the vision, this is where we are contributing to. So that fosters a sense of ownerships and a shared responsibility. Sometimes intrinsic rewards can also be a motivational factor beyond monetary compensation. So the team finds motivations in the challenge of building a greater product. They are excited to new skills or new learning. They are trying to connect themselves with the inclusiveness within their organizations. They are thinking about that we are part of the big product or vision that they are developing. They solve complex problems and contribute to the company's growth. And we have collaborative atmosphere. So the team, they fosters a supportive and open environment where ideas are valued and mistakes are seen as learning opportunities. This sense of trust keeps everyone motivated and engaged. That is one of the key area that everyone should follow. So what is the connections? So in this example, the team, they self-organize, or the team self-organization creates a framework for efficiency and progress. It allows them to manage tasks or solve problems and adapt to changing requirement effectively. However, if it is their self-motivation that's truly drive their success, the passion, the ownerships, and the collaborative sprint provide the necessary energy and resilience to overcome obstacles and deliver a high quality product on time. So this is just one example, but it showcases how self-organizations and self-motivations can be a powerful tool in any software development team or any agile teams. By fostering both qualities, companies can create a more empowered, engaged, and ultimately more successful workforce. So I believe, or I hope you got some kind of idea about the key difference between self-motivations and self-organizations. Stay tuned. I will come up with few new ideas, new videos soon in our channel. If you have not subscribed, I will request you to subscribe our channel. It will not cost you anything, but it will help us improve our motivation. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. See you soon.